Today we're going to bring you how to install the Fast Eddy from Hogg and how to set up the sight tapes. It's relatively simple, but there's a few tricks I'm going to teach you that are going to help you out. So the first step that we take in setting up the Hogg Fast Eddy is we install it on the sight. We do our second and third axis, which is on another video down below. Just go on down there and click on that video if you want to learn how to do your second and third axis. Today all I'm going to show you is how we set the pins. This is a double pin version of the Fast Eddy. This is not the XL. This is the same steps you would take for the longer versions. I come to the range, and the first thing I do now is I'm going to shoot at 20 yards, and I'm going to use the gross adjustment here. Loosen this screw, and you can do your gross adjustment. Actually, to speed up this video, I know exactly where this one needs to be at 20. So I'm going to shoot it just to make sure we're on. We're pretty much exactly where I want to be there at 20. I'm going to shoot one more just to be sure. What we're going to do is I'm going to go over and put my tape on. I'm going to show you how you put your tape on, exactly where it goes, and then that way we can start going out to 60 and shooting out that. Now that we have it sighted into 20 yards with our gross adjustment, Hogg sends this tape here. You cut it out like I did on these, and I'm looking for the scissors like I always do, and then cut out one of them and hold on to the other two that are on there, because if you ever change arrows or you change the poundage on your bow, your draw length, you're going to want to re-sight in to double check everything and make sure you're definitely sighted in where you need to be. So our next step is we peel the back off of this. And then Kate, if you can come over here. I have already installed one. Okay. It's difficult. Can you see that on there pretty good? Or no? Yeah. So what we want to do here is we put it on here, we wrap it around. And if you can see real quick, you can see that it's wrapped all the way around. And we want it where that purple, the top purple one is, arrow is dead on 20. But let's say you can't quite get it there. Grab your Allen wrench. Oops, if I grab the right one, maybe. And you loosen it and just adjust that pointer up or down to where it's dead on that 20. You want it almost exact on there. So now your 20 sighted in, and our next few steps, we're gonna go shoot out to slow. I'm gonna go 30, 40, 50, 60, and I slowly back up, but I'll show you that whole process. Into 20, and what I went ahead and did is lowered my sight a little bit, and we're at 30 now. And I do this in just small incremental steps. We'll do 30, 40, 50. And I don't want to be dead on right now. That's not my concern. My concern is that as I move back, I'm hitting the target. So now I'm at 40 yards, and I went ahead and lowered my sight just a little bit. We shot a little bit low at 30. So, but it gave me a gauge. I know I can hit the target. And that's what we're gonna do right now is shoot our 40. And pretty much all that I care about is that I hit the target as I'm walking back to 60. And the most important thing is to have a guy like Cade that does not mind running to get your arrows for you, so you don't have to walk that far. So now we're at 50. We hit it, we just hit a little bit left, moving a little bit. So now we'll step back to 60. So now we're at 60 yards, and learn from my mistakes. We do that every time. You can go in 5-yard increments if you want to, and slowly back up, or even less. I did 10, and I misjudged, and we lost that one arrow. So now we're coming back to 60. I'm moving my sight a little bit more, and we're just hoping we hit the target here. Again, you need this in a safe way. Make sure your background's clear. We've got 500 yards of open field behind us, so we are fine. Got it. So after I get to where I'm hitting the target, I try to dial it in and shoot a 2-inch group at 60, just so I know that it's accurate. If you're not shooting 2-inch groups, I would just wait to pick your sight tape until you're actually shooting really tight groups with it. So here it goes. So now we've sighted in the 60. This top marker is hitting on the number 14, like dead center of the 14. So what I do then is I get our sight tapes that come with it, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, they're all numbered across the top, you see those. So ours is number 14. I come in here, if I can cut straight. I cut number 14 off. Pretty simple. I'll double check real quick. We are on 14, so what I'm doing is, you can see that right there. And now I'm going to roll over back to 20 and make sure that I'm dead on that mark. And I'll use this bottom one here to tighten it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look, kind of see, where do I want to cut this tape so I can see my numbers? I want my numbers on the left. There's a lot of people that like theirs on the right. I like mine on the left, so I'm going to cut straight down the center. Straight down the center. And what I do is I take the one that I'm not using and I put it in my pack, so I've always got one. So these tapes just peel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around this back side, grab the side end one. Maybe I'm able to. And I just simply pull it off. And I stick it back on that paper. Hopefully I can use it again if I need to. Come in here. Again, you can do left or right with your numbers. Some people like the tick marks. I just like it where it says 20. And as straight as I possibly can, I wrap this back around. Alrighty. You can do a better job of that, but that's just pretty fast. And what we're going to do now is we're going to walk back outside. I'm going to go straight to 80, and we're going to see if this hits worth the flip. So we picked our sight tape, and now we're at 80. I put the pin on 80, and we're going to launch it and see how accurate these sight tapes are from Spot Hogg. It's a little windy, so my main concern right now is hitting left or right. Oftentimes their tapes are pretty accurate. I'd say those side tapes are pretty accurate.